This week, it's our 100th episode. I destroy a Volvo reception, Chloe talks about that time that she did hard drugs, and David is a sexist pig. So, let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends and co-hosts. Got David, got Chloe.
Hello.
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 It's very delayed. It's all good. We'll work with that. It is.
We have another person that you keep forgetting to introduce.
I'm getting there.
Usually you forget.
David!
Come on. Love this tiff.
This is our 100th episode.
Are we going to have an argument this week?
No, it just needs to go smoothly. It needs to go smoothly. It's our 100th episode. We've done 100 of them. Somehow, I don't know how.
We don't have party poppers. Jazz hands.
Wait, what is jazz hands? This is jazz.
So that's with the hands. I don't know. Listen, this has gone immediately wrong, off track. I will. Let's just introduce producer. Hello, producer. How are we doing?
I'm good.
Are you braced for this episode? Because so far it's not going well, and we are seconds in. So
I've done
not great.
So much research this week. I feel like it's just going to go down the Swanee.
Have you
like all your tabs you've got open, we're just going to divert somewhere completely
million
separate.
of them.
I've got 4 open before we even start.
Before we start, that's never.
I should get you more screens. We used to have like multiple screens.
I
more
can't cope
monitors.
with the 2 I've got.
Do you ever see like the bankers? They've got like stacks of them that go up like 3 high and stuff. That's what we need with stocks all over for some reason.
I was thinking more of a Lambretta, but
do people actually on them on them stock screens? Do people actually look at them and kind of go, "Oh, I know," because they just go up and down.
Like an airport,
you can't
don't
predict that.
At a blink of an eye, you can find out what you need without having to search. It's like, okay, there it is. Good. You know what I mean? So it's there for a reason. And screens are very cheap right now. And like back in the day, if I ever saw somebody with like 3 screens, I'm like, oh my god, this guy must be important. Like, whoa! And he's got the lines going up and everything, and he's got the stocks and all that kind of thing going on the side. I'm like, wow,
looks boss. It looks boss.
You know what I mean? Now anybody has
Windows 98 with the dial-up.
Oh my word! And then someone calls, and then your mum answers, and the next thing you've got no internet, and you go, "Mom, no internet."
Yes,
oh God, I remember that.
Remember that. Good old
days.
But I will say, just get back to the whole 100th episode, because we do have some. I think we've got some shout outs, do we?
We should have really been prepared like Nessa there, but
I can fill some gaps if you want.
Well,
and it's I can hum something.
While Chloe's preparing that, you could do some housekeeping.
Yes. Okay, I can do. Thanks. This is why we've got you. This right here. This is why we've got you. If you would like to support us and would like another 100 episodes more, why would you want that? I don't know. But if you do want it, exactly, yeah. Go to salmonslap.com, support the podcast. Don't forget to comment, share,
subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening on iTunes, if you can, leave us an iTunes review, because as far as podcasts go, iTunes reviews are king. They make and break podcasts. So definitely iTunes reviews. Share us. Let people know about us. Let people know that you like us. Love us.
Word of mouth goes a long way. So a good
I've heard too
with the next trucker would be great.
That puppies die if you don't listen to our podcast.
David!
That's what David! I've heard these facts.
You can't say that! This is why we have an explicit tag. How do we get rid of that?
Dying?
How do we get rid of the explicit tag?
Wait. Puppies dying. That's because David hits them on the motorway. with his truck.
Oh, that's right.
No. Oh no.
Oh, the saddest
no.
point. Why are we laughing? That's it. We shouldn't be laughing.
Okay. We've got some shout outs. I'm ready. You guys have made a shambles of this. Let's bring it back. Right. As always, Arthur, intake driver 2020. He's been listening for a very long time. By the way, he got very excited the other day because on the last podcast, I might have mentioned my surname. And he's always compared us to Top Gear. So I am officially Hamster. Is that right?
Oh, right. Of course
excited.
you are.
Yeah.
I'm totally
excited.
Jeremy. I'm totally Jeremy. That's totally me.
No,
I don't know.
totally not.
No. It's totally me.
No.
Totally. I'm Jeremy.
You are totally Captain Slow.
No, what are you talking
Maybe.
about? Yeah. I'm totally Captain Slow.
I'm the one that gets us all fired for doing something, which,
Clarkson.
let's be honest, that checks out.
Yes. Sorry.
We got
Clarkson!
Charlie Miller from Miller's World. He hasn't listened from the very start, but he did do a mega quick catch up and listen on 2 times speed. And he's very excited.
Oh,
for
really?
the 100th episode.
Wow.
Yeah, do you not remember we talked
but
about it?
I've done that, Tom.
You put
You
them
made
back-
you made me
surely-
catch up before.
But surely, by the time that you've caught up, and then you kind of like, you're listening normally, and you're like, wow, this guy sounds really weird. He speaks so slowly. I'm not
This
sure if I can
podcast
listen.
is dragging on.
How long is it? It's how long?
You know what's funny? I bet a lot of people actually don't realize they can actually listen to us on slow mo in a way. Well, it's slow mo, but it's like 0.5 or we
Half
can do
speed,
1.5.
But
Yeah.
why?
I know. To drag it on
Why would you?
to drag it on for extra longer. I know there's
Well, in
sometimes
case
that
you
I
wa-
speak very quickly.
So, okay, so play normal speeds for most of us, and then half speed for you. So you're just constantly changing speeds
Yeah.
throughout it. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. See?
Also, we got Ginger
Top
Mother
tips.
Trucker. Domino wanted a shout out. And she also put her favourite moment of the podcast was my tragic Peter Sutcliffe moment.
Oh.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. That
Uh-huh.
was bad. So,
That was
do you
a
remember when
thing.
that was one of the worst things that we'd said on this? Do you remember when that was
Yeah.
like the pinnacle of bad things? Couldn't get any worse.
But
And
it was funny. It was good.
yeah, then last week's episode and
What
What
happened last week's
happened,
episode?
It
oh
was
my word,
amazing,
that
Tom.
last week
What,
went off the rails. It went off the rails.
What did you say that made it go off the rails, Tom?
It wasn't even me. I wasn't the troublemaker last week. It was you two. You were the ones causing
No.
90% of the problems on last week's
Although,
episode.
David,
you
it was
two.
quite nice listening back because I actually heard you properly giggle for the first time. It was like a little schoolboy giggle.
Oh,
What's
is that when you cry when you're
Yeah,
what
you were
was it?
actually crying with laughter and proper
No.
giggling.
Why was it? What was it that made me laugh again? It was something to do with you.
It was that, and then it was you saying about.
Oh, when you get angry. When you get angry,
Yeah, it
you
was the
cry.
angry one when I cried, and you
apparently
absolutely
I
wet
found
yourself.
that says a lot about me, doesn't it? The first time I really, really, really properly, crazily laugh, we're out of control, and
It's
it's
at
because-
someone. It's at someone else's expense. Sure.
But it was nice. It was lovely.
Because
All I've
terrible
got after
people.
that is a lot of people reminiscing about their favourite bits. I didn't know if we were doing this now or later.
We'll do it now. Why not? Do it
You
now.
wanted to get
It's the 100th
something?
episode. We can do what we want. We've done 100 of these.
Why, Jesus. Okay, so we've had a lot of people saying we like the Tom's Morrison incident.
Oh my god. You know, I think we looked at the stats. We think that the Morrison story lost us a fair few listeners.
But then so many
Really?
people seem to love it.
Some people loved it. Some people didn't. For those people who haven't listened previously, should I
Apparently,
tell
David.
this or not?
Yeah, I
Wait,
think
do you not know
maybe
this story,
go back.
David?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't remember.
I think he edited it, but I don't think he knows it.
Just because I edit it doesn't mean I listen to it. And just because
Not great.
I'm part of the podcast doesn't mean I listen to it. During.
So I did a poo at Morrison so bad.
Are we really going to do this again?
Well, I'm briefly. I'm not going to go through the full.
Okay, thank God.
I'm just going to give you the bullet points as such.
If you want to listen properly, go back to the Christmas special, was it? Last year's?
Can't remember which. Not. not technically last year, as the year before, as it was.
Yeah, the year before.
But basically, I did a poo so bad at Morrison's that it clogged the toilets. And
what is Morrison's?
It's a big supermarket.
It's like Walmart.
So I went into a supermarket,
Gotcha.
clogged the toilets, but it's in Kendal. It's kind of, they're a bit posher as such.
Okay.
So like things aren't going to get nicked as easily. So they had a toilet brush beside it, and I tried to push my poo down the toilet with the toilet brush, not realizing what was going to happen. Then when I pulled the toilet brush out, I realized that all I'd done is compressed the poop into the U-bend, and now I had a toilet brush covered in my own excrement. And so I tried to flick it off, but by flicking it, I flicked it across the wall, down across the toilet. And so I just left this toilet brush with the shit, with the water nearly overflowing in the toilet. I left it in there, walked out, and there was this guy, and I just kind of shut the door behind me. I was like, yeah, don't go in there, mate. Just don't go in there. Walked out. And then I was sleeping with my partner at the time, and it was like she saw I had a bit of a sheepish look on me, and she's like, "What have you done?" And next thing in the background, all you can hear is cleaning crew to the toilets immediately. And then by the time we did the shop, the manager was involved, and they were talking with the cleaning crew outside the toilets. And I think they were basically shutting the toilets because I fucking destroyed them.
You let a bomb off, effectively.
And half an hour later, the store closes.
Honestly, I don't know.
Hazard mat
I don't
warning.
know. Technically,
These guys come in hazmats, gas masks.
Sirens from the fallout. I have not heard that story before, Tom.
Apparently not.
No,
Yeah.
I would have remembered that one.
Yeah, that was. It wasn't my
yeah.
proudest moment. I'll be honest with you.
I mean,
You know,
it just gets
I've
better every time you
had
hear
a
it.
few. I've had a few incidents with it, like at did it at Utoxa's services, and I went to go. There's buttons behind, like these big buttons to flush the toilet, and I went to go and push it, and it didn't push
Oh no!
go in properly. So I pushed it, and then the whole thing just caved in and went into the wall and slid down. And I'm just there going, well, I'm not dealing with this. And she again just walked out. Oh, there was the time at Volvo when I farted and someone... did I tell you about this or not? When I farted, I farted at Volvo, and it was so bad that all of the people that were at the counter were... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. I'd had a shit, that's what I'd done. And I walked out, and then farted as well. And then people were saying, why can I smell sewage? I'm at the counter, with the service counter, trying not to laugh because I think this is the funniest shit I've ever... People like kind of going, what is that smell? I can smell sewage.
Only you can be so proud of that.
I could do a compilation of the after the podcast. Basically, Tom's been holding it in for quite a long time, and while I'm still recording, he's like, "Oh, finally!"
Well, we don't even need to put a sound effect. He does that anyway.
Yeah.
Did we ever? Have we ever talked about?
You got
have we ever
caught
talked
out.
on the podcast about this?
What,
have
you got caught out?
But have we talked about it on the podcast?
I don't know.
So I muted my microphone. Someone was watching on YouTube, and I thought in my head I was being really sly about it, and someone was like posted a comment. I'm sure it was like
It was a while ago, yeah.
So someone they put like a time code of like at this time Tom clearly farts. going, no. And I was like, it can't be that obvious.
Okay, see,
watch
right.
it, and I'm like, oh yeah,
for the people who are not, for the people who are listening to us and have never actually seen us, we all have red microphones in front of us. All right, now, and we can mute them every time we click on it, and that way we can cough. But Tom never actually coughed. He just did this. And back again.
Explain.
I know. I'm
right,
sorry,
no,
I was muted. So yeah. So he basically mutes the microphone, doesn't cough, doesn't do anything, shifts, and then unmutes it again.
Clearly farts.
So yeah. So again, it's like a coughing
just
button.
sat there.
You know?
Did you actually purposely move, or was it you were just forced over? Was it just?
So yeah. Anyway, so at least it gets brought up now. I don't know if it ever got brought up on the actual podcast.
I don't think it did. I don't. What other moments? What other like not poop related moments are there on the podcast?
Rickett said Chloe's lay-by.
So a pissing incident, or which one? Or was this the after?
Like actual lay-by.
The first one where we were
remind
talking to
people, remind the new listeners who haven't heard every episode.
Well, actually, some people, even if they have listened since then, they might not have realised because the story behind this story is the fact that I think me and Chris, maybe we'd forgotten to stop recording at the end of the podcast.
That's right. No. You stopped it, and then you restarted it again, just so you can get this.
Yeah, because it wasn't even part of the podcast, was it? This was a little bonus.
No, it wasn't. And it was after the outro music, so most people, or a lot of people, might have clicked off it, not realising.
Yeah.
But no, we do actually. Yeah. So go on, explain the story.
I've got to try and get it right again. So what was it?
I had to in the Morrisons. I'm trying to. What did happen?
What did I explain?
Go on.
So my car broke down. Long story short, this was before I was a driver. I was just literally purely on the weighbridge, fairly new to my job at the time. And one of the drivers lived a little bit further than me, but offered to give me a lift home and then a lift in the morning. And I was like, that makes total sense. You know, I knew this guy. I thought that's fine. Yeah, I'm up for that. So obviously takes me home, no issues whatsoever. I think that's fine, perfect. Picks me up very early in the morning because at this time, obviously, he starts like an hour before me. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll get up early and I'll just kind of roll into work and sit there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, picks me up, absolutely fine. I've not put a face on. I've just literally bunged some clothes on, brushed my teeth, got out the door. So I'm half asleep at this point. So he takes like a weird route. And I think, oh, well, he leaves this time in the morning. Maybe he knows this route. It's better.
Again, a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, this is like not a lay-by in the middle of like a Holden Forest or something. This is like in a town. Quite a well-known, well, not a well-known town, but it's like a big lay-by and there's lots of cars that go past. It's not very private. And driving along and he basically just pulls into this lay-by and he's just like, do you want to give me my payment now for the lift? I was like, what?
Still can't believe this story.
And he's just like, do you want to just give me a blowjob? I was like, what? And long story short, I was like, no, thank you. I've just brushed my teeth. Let's go. I think it was the brush my teeth bit that got you all was better than the actual story.
Yeah, it was.
So I had to use it again. But that was literally my excuse. Was just like, how do I come back from this? So it's just like, nah. Teeth, don't want to go there. That will just ruin everything.
So did you try the next day and just don't brush your teeth in the morning? So
no, I was just like, yeah. I was just I didn't want that.
I will walk tomorrow. It is a lot easier.
Well,
the fact that he's a co-worker, that's the thing that baffles me. He's a co-worker, and like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
that's just amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
just kind of to take away from like kind of the comedy of that. It is one of them things where you kind of you hear about like sexual harassment. By the way, we're going to go into an actually serious thing now. But you hear about like sexual harassment in like the workplace.
Yeah,
and it's just like one of these things that you hear about. Like you hear about, oh, something happened, or there's this or that, but you don't ever hear any specific examples. And and then you hear something like that, and you're like, wait, what?
It's actually quite bad.
I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, when he offered, he'd already got it into his head that that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and it's just one of the
thought
things
this
of like,
was a thing that was going to happen. I was like, I never said I was going to do that. This wasn't like, I'll give you payment. This was like, please help me. I'm blonde. I mean, I need help.
I honestly, it's absolutely bonkers to me. It's absolutely bonkers to me.
It seems kind of sad now.
Safe to say he doesn't work there anymore.
It's just, yeah.
Although the first time I heard it was just so... Just
shocking, wasn't it?
You do get stuff
Again,
like...
it was the brushing of the teeth that did it for me.
Oh,
that was honest to God, that was the funniest part.
It might have done it for you, but it didn't do it for that guy. So,
if you go back to, what was it, like my first ever episode of you guys, or my second or something? I think it was the second. Let's get rapping. There you go. Gabby topics. There you go. Yeah, I should have bought a Gabby topic.
Wait, you should have done. Message her.
I was going
to,
and then
woman.
I just forgot. Yeah, well, she did the whole wrapping the animal around the lamppost, wasn't it?
Oh my God! Yes, I remember that. I remember the wrapping that. and then I think me and Chris had worked out that technically you could wrap the lamppost around an animal.
However, I did get into work like the following week, and she was not happy. She was like, "That is not the rule. You cannot take the lamppost off. It is in the ground." So she was not happy.
Right. Well, you can tell Gabby that's not that was never stated.
Well, no, I was never told
if she wanted to add rules into this, she should have fucking added the rules. You can't after the fact then come along and go. That's like scoring a goal in football and going, oh, actually, you should have used your right foot. You're not allowed to use your left foot. How about you fuck off? If you wanted that fucking rule in, then fucking tell me that rule.
Okay,
it's like.
We do need
Sorry.
Gabby. I'm trying. Trying.
So many football fans right now are just dying to comment on that particular comment.
Honestly, that's the most topical about football I think I've ever got. It's I tell you what, it's one of them things that this is not my topic, by the way, but this is one of my suggested topics, which I started ranting to Nessa about during the week. Do you know the people that when you're following them, and they'll put the brakes on because they think that you're too close to them.
They're brake checking. Yeah.
Right. Do you understand how little sense that makes?
Well, they're closing the gap. They're making that gap even smaller themselves.
But they're trying to get you to go backwards.
The equivalent of saying, "I don't like spiders, and I'm a bit nervous that there's a spider in that room, so I'm going to buy a lot of spiders and put them in that room."
And then go and sit in that room with them.
Well, exactly. What the fuck are you doing? You absolute wank stain. Why are you doing that? The whole point is you're worried about that vehicle behind you crashing into you, so you brake, thus increasing the chances that might actually happen. Why?
There's one reason why I did it. All right. Well, I was that guy. So I had a banoffee pie and a pavlova in the front seat.
Oh, delicious. This is going to be good.
And so I just changed lanes and everything. I needed to get over, but I didn't want to brake too hard. I was like, okay, because I was like basically babying the pies or whatever, right? And I got a bit too close, but he looked in his mirror and he's all like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing back there?" And like, so he brake checked me. So I had to slam my fucking brakes, and my pies just went flying forward and then destroyed them all. I was so angry, and I knew I was too close. I was just trying to feather my way. You know, I don't know. I just because the cream, just because I was.
Did you not get out?
It could.
Did you not get to the traffic lights, get out, and throw a pie in his face?
This was on a freeway. This is on a freeway.
You should have driven past him and threw it through the window.
You know, and like it was just yeah.
Just smearing it with the windscreen.
All because I didn't want to brake hard at first, so I just figured eventually he would fade away and go forward. But
yeah, I know what you mean. You're trying to plan ahead, and it backfires.
It did totally backfire.
But did you eat the banoffee pie?
Of course, I fucking ate the banoffee pie.
That's fine.
Right,
okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's just, I'm happy, and I'm sad.
It wasn't. Sorry, the banoffee was. The pavlova wasn't.
Oh, it's eating mess. It's fine.
Yeah, pavlova doesn't matter. Like,
No.
it's an all right, but the banoffee pie, I fucking love banoffee pie.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So good, so good. I think it's Morrison's does it. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Bloody Morrison's. You and Morrison's.
But I like going in there. It's a place for bargains. And
Tom, you have a lot of popularity anyway. Philip Gormanley. We'll go with that.
Where he says a lot of popularity, this is aren't people saying
Right,
when's
well,
the
he's
next vlog
listed saying
out.
Tom's rant about Nolan's, Tom's rant about the DVLA, and probably more rants.
Just
Okay,
point out that wasn't me.
Oh, and your incident of putting your window through the Travis Perkins thing. Putting your hand through the window. Fucking hell.
Oh,
That was...
That was bad, that one. There was so much blood. There was so much blood with that one. I don't even remember when we did it. I still have a scar from that.
What's
Oh,
this?
when we can...
Wait, do you not know this story either?
Have you not heard this one either? We got told, don't
So-
break anything.
Right, so I was speaking to a
Absolutely.
manager. I was speaking to a manager, and I can't remember what we were talking about. But
A manager of what?
the manager of
Travis
Travis
Perkins.
Perkins, or the deputy manager at Travis Perkins.
That's a trucking company.
And
you work for.
I was going to
Gotcha.
go and do something, and she said, "That's fine. Just don't injure yourself. Don't break anything." And
Why
so
would you
I
say
walked
that,
away
first of all?
because it's
That
me.
is kind of setting you up,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah, but
So she says
but
that to you every single day.
Depends. I think I had a stupid idea of doing something. Anyways, I walked into the yard. We had this
Oh,
porter
one of
cabin, and it was like the porter cabin was like for the yard staff, where we would just kind of sit during the day when there's no customers, just so we kept warm and dry and stuff like that. And as I'm walking past, I see my mate Sam, and he's pulling a face through the window. And me being me, I went to go and slam my hand against the glass, against
Jesus Christ.
thinking that the glass is perspex, because
Oh.
obviously it's perspex. It gets moved around. Why wouldn't it be perspex? Anyways, turns out the glass was glass, and I put my hands through it, and I went and slammed my hand. And I don't know if you can see like my scars there on the YouTube video, but basically I put my hand through, and then I looked at my hands, and there was nothing. There was no blood. I was like, oh, great. I managed to somehow get away with that. Then there was blood. There was a
Yeah.
lot of blood, and I
Yeah.
had to walk back in probably realistically less than 2 minutes before I'd just had the conversation with my deputy manager. And I then had to tell her, I've broke something and I've injured myself.
What did I just tell you 2 minutes prior?
And she looks at my hand. My hand is just dripping with blood. I'm like, yeah. So anyway,
Didn't just
She was
injure
not
yourself,
actually.
megally injured yourself.
oh yeah, there was blood everywhere. It was real bad. It was
How many
real
stitches did you have?
I surprisingly didn't get any actual stitches. I think I had some.
Oh,
like,
well, they
of
glued
the,
it or something.
The steri
yeah,
strips.
they did something like that. But now I do get sometimes I do get people looking at my wrist, because I think some people think I'm self harming,
Oh.
because it has they have that kind of like them like slices across my across my wrist,
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't know which is the better option to tell them. I don't know if it's better to say to them, yeah, self-harm, or what an absolute colossal
they
dumbass
think
I am.
He's just made up an excuse for that. He's really self-harmed himself.
No,
Yeah,
there's no way anyone could come up with a story that dumb. There's no way.
I don't know.
People
Yeah.
have done it. People have done it. Yeah, my wife has a bunch of scars on her wrists as well. She got like a metal in there now, or whatever you want, because she broke it snowboarding, and
Ouch.
so she looks like she's got some
She's like
self-harm injuries
Terminator.
as well.
Honestly,
Mine's like that. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see it.
Ooh.
Can you see the
What?
scar?
can't. It's
Sorry.
You see a little bit,
just
yeah.
about.
We might be
So-
able to see it on
Oh,
I've
YouTube
got-
when
Well,
it's much clearer.
So I've
Yeah.
got here, so I have this one there and this one here. Obviously, people
So
not watching YouTube
Chloe's
can't understand
points
what the
two
fuck.
on her wrist.
Two on
yeah.
my arms, not my wrists, my arms.
Well,
Basically, they were so
okay.
big from when I went for a window. I had like 72 stitches or something ridiculous. And I think a couple of weeks
Wait.
later, I was like, yeah.
Well, no. Well, back up here a second. What window did you go through?
Did I not tell this story before?
You have, but I can't remember.
I'm sure I
all
have.
of the details.
Okay.
Remind us of this story.
So I was 16 and I was at my mate's house. It was quite late at night. And have I told you my issue with coffee? No.
Your issue
you're all
with
very
coffee?
Quiet. So when I was younger, I couldn't deal with caffeine. Caffeine was like a drug to me. If I had too much, I would literally act like I was on drugs. And
Wow.
I had about 6 shots of coffee in the space of about an hour. This is how hardcore I was at 16. And
wait. So I'm struggling to remember this story, but it starts with you drinking coffee.
And
that then equals
this is what did it.
You then go through a window?
So
question mark?
I was with my mate, and we were having a laugh, and we sort of ran out into the street through her house, and she had like an old-fashioned door, and it wasn't safety glass; it was just door. So she sort of ran out, and you know when you kind of push the door and go, I'm pushing the door on you, but then the wind caught it and flew it towards me. So I put my arms up in front of me to stop it, and all of a sudden this massive, gigantic crash. That's it. I've gone through. I've gone straight through. I managed to literally do under here. You can't really see the scar. But I was about a millimetre away from my actual jugular or whatever it is.
Oh my God.
And I didn't even know I did that one, and I did one up here. And I lost some... I nearly died, honestly. And
Shite.
Holy
so much
shit!
blood, and
No, you have never told this story.
She has.
Have I not?
What?
I'm sure I have.
That says a lot, Tom.
So-
about your listening capability.
I don't remember this story.
My reaction
You
is I
reacted
just
a bit
walked
like
out
this.
and I walked outside. Or I was already outside. I'd fallen outside. I'd already fallen outside, and I just literally screamed like the loudest scream you can imagine. Like I just screamed. I didn't know what to do, and I just looked down, and I was just like, "Oh, it didn't know that bad." And then just it's like flops open, and I'm like,
"Oh no! Oh no!
Tom's
sorry,
gone.
too
Tom's
far.
gone.
Oh no!
Anyway, I could see muscle and bone. It wasn't
Things
great.
shouldn't be flopping. That's not good.
The best bit is when my dad turned up at the hospital, he's like, "You right, Cookie?" This is what they used to call me. "You right, Cookie?" And I go, "Yeah, you right, Dad." Put my arm up, and he's like,
Chloe.
can't deal with it.
Chloe,
Yes.
can I just very quickly say, you
What?
should not have told you that your dad calls you Cookie. That's
I
a
thought you knew
rookie
this as
mistake
well.
right there.
but oh
Well,
dear.
we
No,
knew,
I
we
did
knew
not.
that. We knew
Yeah,
that.
I'm
She's
sure you
mentioned
knew
that
that.
before.
I'm sure I've
What?
Tom,
Yeah.
Tom,
I not-
fucking listen.
Do listen,
Anyway,
maybe, question
anyway.
mark.
So
Maybe
I
you should edit
obviously,
the podcast so you can
I'm
actually
obviously
re-listen
sat
to
in her
everything.
kitchen, and I've got holding onto these bandages, holding me together. Get picked up. I tell you what, the emergency services were amazing, but it was so late at night. They wouldn't put the flashy lights on with the
Ooh.
the noises, and I was like, "Hang on a
well,
minute, this is my
that's
first
just
time in an
mean.
ambulance. This just is mean." He's like, "It's too late, mate." I'm like, "Fuck you." So we get there, and by this point, the adrenaline has kicked in. I'm not in pain. Well, I'm in pain, but I've kind of got over the shock of it, and I'm just having a laugh and a joke. I'm like, I can only do what I can do. I'm quite chilled out at this point, and get to the hospital, and they're like, "She's definitely taken drugs. She's definitely off her head." So they get to my mum, and they're like, "You need to talk to your daughter. She's definitely taken something. We don't care. We just need to know what she's taken." My mum comes along. She's like, "Chloe, what have you done? What have we taken? What's happened?" I said, "I've just had some coffee, Mum. That's all I've done." And she knew what the reaction for coffee was, and she was like, "Oh yeah, she's had coffee." And they're like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, no, she's definitely had coffee. I've seen this before."
It looks more like amphetamines. Has she had amphetamines? All of them.
Anyway,
The full supply.
My mum got into a full on because I was quite a goody two shoes. I would never touch drugs or do anything like that, or wasn't really into alcohol. I was quite good. My hardcore stuff was the coffee. So my mum was arguing with these nurses and doctors, going, "Trust me, she's not had drugs. She's not drunk. She has had coffee." It took ages. Anyway, they finally accepted it, and then I all got stitched up and went away, and all was good. But yeah, that's my story. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's fucking wild.
And what have we learned? Tom doesn't listen.
Yes.
I don't remember. I'm wondering, is there a chance that I wasn't on that podcast?
You were definitely on that podcast. It was you and Chris.
Was
I
I?
remember. It was
Wow.
my first one. Yeah.
I will say.
So yes, I have done it. I remember now.
So many of these. So many of these.
We have.
How many of you?
It's hard
missed?
to know what we
only-
repeated.
I think maybe 3 maximum. I think
it
there's been a something like that. I remember I remember listening to them. I remember the one that it was just you and Chris, Chloe, and
and you came in and not happy.
you got onto this. You got onto this conversation about biscuits, and somehow you didn't. It was like the best biscuit or something, and somehow you didn't pick the caramel
Go on then,
chocolate.
let's do it.
No,
What's the best biscuit then?
caramel
Let's just revisit as you can join in. What's the best biscuit?
caramel chocolate digestive.
I'm sure
Very
I
clearly.
mentioned that because that is lush.
Well, it didn't get picked in the end because Chris started talking about like the dunkability and how long it'll survive in a fucking cup
But
of tea.
that is a good fact. Although
True.
the digestive with the caramel doesn't hold it together.
I would just say
That's so
chocolate
good.
digestive. Just simple chocolate
No.
digestive.
Oh, maybe. You've not had one of the caramel.
Have you had a
ones,
caramel?
No, I haven't. But I don't want one. Sometimes
They're
I just
too
don't want
sweet.
it. I don't
no,
want to
you
taste
do.
stuff.
No,
If
it's
something is
amazing.
already just feels perfect, why would I add more to that? Just
Oh, no.
I don't know.
No,
Just I don't know.
No,
just-
I'm telling you right now.
if it's
that
not
the-
broken, don't fix it.
No. Right. But
No,
some things
no,
can be
it's
fucking
good.
improved, David. I'm just saying things can be improved.
But they don't
There's
need to be improved. All right, why add the
Right.
extra calories of caramel sugar? There's just
Because
why
it's
would you?
delicious.
Caramel.
Right.
But it
No,
doesn't.
we're doing this
need-
right now. We're doing this right. There are many things that can be improved. Are you telling me, right, by your reckoning, all trucks would be the same as what they were back in the 1970s? We'd have no air conditioning or nothing like that. No, because what you're saying is things, once they're fine, there's no why improve them. Sometimes there are improvements that can be made. Think about how much better cars are, trucks are, computers are, all of these different things. Innovation,
oranges.
David. I'm just
Okay.
saying adding
this
the
is for-
caramel
this is
was
for
nothing
taste.
short. Right, no, because this is nothing short of genius. It is the same
It
as
is
having
good.
air conditioning added. Oh, they're fucking so good. They're so good.
I imagine that they are, but I'll tell you right now. All right, I probably would have had one in the future, but now
He
I'm
never
not.
will.
Just to
I
spite me.
will because I don't need to.
There
I
is
don't
such-
need to.
There is such a thing of taking it too far, though. They've done it with trucks.
No.
Because we don't need mirror cams. Why have they given them to us?
Oh, well,
So
that
they
No,
don't
was-
need
right.
self-driving
Can I just
trucks.
defend them? I genuinely think that mirror cams should be standard on all trucks now.
Yikes.
Not skip or anything. but
One
fucking
handy
hell.
thing with the mirror cams that if you guys don't really get to experience it over in England, but in certain parts of America, it freezes crazily. As in, like you can't even see out through you can't even see the mirrors because there's so much ice built up on them. All right, that wouldn't happen with the cameras. Like if it did happen to a camera, you can just scratch it off and boom, all good. again.
I was about to bring up this,
It's
but
not a
with
bad
salt.
shout, yeah.
The amount of salt, because I don't think you do it over there, but in the UK they put salt on the roads, and they put
Yeah, no, we do
They
a lot of
put a
salt. Yeah,
lot.
salt
But
and
I
gravel.
was
a
walking.
lot,
I
a
was
lot.
walking Logan to school the other day, and I was getting spray off the road, and I was just like, salty.
But
Yeah.
what about the salt? What does the salt?
Oh, wait,
What does the salt
down.
have to do with anything?
well, it
how does that-
builds up,
It
and
makes
if
us-
you're
yeah.
if you're in like the actrosses and stuff like that, it doesn't affect it. But me and Chloe in FMs,
Chloe and
Chloe and I, me and Chloe, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm an asshole.
English is not my first language. I think with Cumbrian grunt are my first language. But Chloe and I, that sounds too
We
posh
English
saying
people.
that.
I know, right?
Chloe and I, yes, Chloe and I,
Yes,
we're
just darling.
going to the party. Yes.
Yes.
But basically, in the FM cabs,
Nice.
because I think there's two parts to it. I
They're
think
quite
because
low.
the lower, but I
Yeah.
also think that the FHs must have like the better designs take the water
They are
along the
higher as
sides
well,
and
though,
down.
the FHs. Oh, maybe.
I know, but when you're using the screen wash on an FM,
Mm-hmm.
you get the spray, or it kind of comes round, and you get it kind of crawling along the sides of both windows.
Yeah.
And so I think something to do with that the kind of, and I think I seem to remember it happening on the CF DAFs as well. So basically, there's a lot of salt. What's the original point of this? Where we're going with it?
I
Ice
don't know.
cameras.
The mirror cams.
Mirror cams.
Well, when you're driving and you've got the sun behind you, or somewhere kind of like in that,
You got all that salt.
the fact that you can't see out the window very well, and you can't see the
because there's too much dirt on the mirror, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah. Whereas the mirror cams, they do stay clean for a lot longer, and you don't have to clean them as often.
Okay.
They are better.
Yeah, I think because I work mostly nights, and they are fucking terrible at night. That's why I struggle to get on with them.
I do think they can stand for some improvement at night.
They could do some
night
like
stuff.
the night vision type cameras. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
I do agree.
That would be good.
There is definitely,
There's
but
room for
one thing
improvement for certain.
I'm sure I've said this before. I'd gone to this is when I was on for Farrington's, and we'd gone to this site, and it was a bugger to get round. I can't remember what it was. There was something on the left hand side of the truck, and I could see it. I could see it in the mirror cam because the mirror cam tracks the back of the trailer, so it starts moving around.
That's
whereas
the best
the other three trucks, it didn't. And then to the very last seconds, they then had to kind of come out onto this little lane a little bit further, and then they hit the grass embankment and they sunk it. Each one of them did the exact same thing in the exact same place.
Oh wow!
With the mirror cam, I didn't. I just got out straight away. I could see it in. Oh no, that was it. I remember now because it was like a branch or something like that was on the left hand side, and they were having to lean basically over the steering wheel to be able to kind of get it in there get it in their vision, and because of that, they all drove off the road just a little bit, and it sunk it, and they all got bloody stuck along there. But again, because I didn't need to, I wasn't looking. I was just happily merrily going along. So mirror cams, I do think that they are the absolute business.
Look at us talking about trucks only 40 minutes in.
They're great for blindside reverses. I will say that because I do a lot of blindside reversing at Tesco.
Oh, and they move.
Yeah. Remind me again. What do you drive, Nessa?
Mostly Mercedes Actros.
What type? Like, is it a full size truck and trailer?
The trailer's
What's your
full
cargo?
size, yeah.
Okay, so trailer's like a 13.6 meters.
It's food like you get at Walmart. It's
gotcha.
supermarket.
Okay, so proper truck.
Yeah,
proper truck.
But taller as well, are they not? Are you not using the double stacks?
The trailers are tall, yeah, they're 16.3.
Fucking hell.
That's the deckers though.
Big. Yeah. Oh yeah, big bloody vehicles.
Yeah.
You know what? I was that's the two things. So I've been playing a little bit of Euro Truck Simulator. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. I love
Don't
it.
you get enough
I have a
driving
steering
in the
wheel,
day?
a pedals, and a shifter. You're not going to see
We're
any
so
judgment
sad. We're
from
so
me
sad.
right here.
Is that the only time you like curtain siders? Because you don't have to actually hitch it all, like do all the work. You just literally get in and drive.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant to that point there. But
Yeah,
I've been playing with the B doubles because I'd like to be able to reverse properly the B doubles. I think that'd be like kind of, I don't know. It's just very, very technical. But
So much.
I think we should have B doubles in the UK.
What are
The
B
reality
doubles?
is they'd go along like 90% of the roads that we've got.
What is it?
There are some places which we'd struggle. So basically, this is an Arctic, like full Arctic,
Right.
but on the back of it, it's also got a trailer.
Right. Okay.
They have those in
think
New
about-
Zealand.
So like with a dolly and
but if you think
so like
about
a
it-
train drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, road train.
Only two turning points. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because the back
Okay.
trailer is directly connected to the front
Yes.
trailer. All right, because the wheelbase is larger than it would be if there was like a
okay.
dolly or a smaller little, is it called dollies over there?
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Well, that's
okay.
what I'd call it. Yeah.
So it's actually controllable. You
I
can
call them
actually
dollies.
reverse these. But yeah, Tom, I'm the exact same as you. I like to play with the B doubles.
Yeah.
In America, I think they're called B trains as well. And just to see how how much of a fool I can make of myself. I did do a YouTube video on it actually. How I just basically I just made a fool of myself because I was absolutely terrible at it. But I still went ahead and posted it. But it's you really got to stop and think. You can't just naturally do it because your natural instinct is not right anymore.
So, Nesha, I'm about to give you some. There's a guy in the UK that keeps taking out a B double, and I can't think what the company is. And he takes it around the industrial estate, and he keeps getting done for it by the police. But he kind of makes it. He doesn't just take the truck out; he takes it out with purpose to basically say, "Come on, let's start using B doubles." But the thing is, so the government keeps saying that we can't be using B doubles because the roads are not set up for them. That's what they keep saying. The roads are not set up for B doubles. They're not big enough. But my count to that is, how can fares and like like when like the traveling, like the fares, you know what I'm talking about?
I found a picture of it now. But
The
then
traveling fairs. The
yeah,
fun
like,
fair.
like a fun fair, but basically it travels around.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
but with their stuff, I've seen them multiple times having an Arctic, and then they'll have a trailer on the back of it, but it'll be a caravan, which under their license they're allowed to do it. But they're going into
Interesting.
towns.
Isn't that the circus that's allowed to do it?
Yes.
yeah.
But the fact is, they are doing it.
So why aren't we
They
allowed
can
to do
do
it,
it,
though?
and they can go
Because
into towns. But this is my point. The fact
This
is,
is
they've
only
already
like
proven that
the
this is
length
doable.
of a wagon drag, isn't it? Really, of the road. We're looking at the pictures now because obviously I've
Yes,
Googled
it is literally. It's a wagon
only
drag on the back of your
because
Arctic.
the front bit is smaller than the actual Arctic length. It's like a rigid, and then it's
Yeah.
like an Arctic trailer on the back. So it's not much bigger really than our wagon drag. Well, maybe a little bit, but
I think it might be.
Depending on the size of the front trailer, a lot of the B train, the front trailer is not a full size. It's shorter.
yeah, that's what I've just seen on
Otherwise,
pictures. So
you're
it looks
too
like
long
a rigid.
because in England / Europe, your max though is what 13.6 meters is what the max length of your entire unit can be.
That would be a Nessa
Possibly.
question. Oh wait, no, wait.
I have found the story about it. It's
66 feet, is it not? Maximum length.
25.
Well, we're not talking
5
feet. We're talking meters.
I don't know. I think it's 60 because I'm sure it's 66 because
13.6 meters is the maximum size trailer, generally speaking, in the UK and Europe. But I think it's 16.5.
but they do have longer trailers now.
Oh, you
Up
do?
to a
Got
maximum
one
of
with
45
with
feet.
steer.
Which
Okay.
is what 16.65.
Trying
Yeah,
to think
no.
what it-
I've just
I don't know.
googled it. That's
Trying
what
to
it
think
is.
trying to think what length my
Well,
one
you're saying
at-
feet. We're in the UK here.
Well, I
I'm
know,
not,
but I'm trying to think because but with my one at Pickering's.
Oh, you had the extra
Uh,
length, didn't you?
because I was allowed an extra like 4 feet
because of equipment.
because it doesn't count. It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's just an
Yeah.
exception to it. I'm sure it was. Can't think
It
what
was
length
it was longer because I remember you telling us all about it, how amazing it was and how good it was, and then you jacked it in.
I maintain the job was fun, company not so much. But yeah, Nessa, what was the guy's name? What was that company which?
So it's
takes it out?
it's Dick Denby of Denby Transport,
That's the
and
one.
they did a
Amazing.
trial in Nottingham at the Newark Showground. And it was also attended by W.H. Malcolm, Kalina Logistics, Eddie Stobart, and Tesco, because they're all interested in doing this.
Okay.
Interesting.
And the lorry total weight would be 60 tons.
Oh,
Ooh.
120,000 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's what they're trying to
Nice.
do, but they're trying to
So
prove
when was
the
when was this
efficiency
that
and
happened?
everything. When was this? Let's have a look. There's no date. There's no
Now,
date.
this is where we're supposed to fill in the.
Wait. No,
The
because
story
it
was
like-
prove the
published on the 4th
efficient.
of June 2021, so it's fairly recently. Less than
Okay,
2
a
years
couple of
ago.
years back. Yeah.
But when you think about it, it says proving the efficiency of it.
Mm.
I mean, when you think about it, about having a second, because technically you'd need 3 trucks on a road versus 2 of them trucks. right?
Yeah.
Would that be fair to say? Probably. Reality is
About that,
probably
yeah.
close enough.
Yeah.
So you literally for every
So you're saving on
taking a
fuel,
truck off
you're
the road
saving
for every
on-
3.
Yeah, you're saving on a driver, you're saving on the insurance and all that for a truck, aren't you?
Well, but they're
There's
talking about like,
financial
is
gain
it,
in it. Yeah, there's economic gain,
and environmental as well.
environmental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though it is working harder,
Not all the new
it's
trucks
still-
today, though. It's not that much harder, is it? When they're
well,
built
if it's
for
just
it?
cruising, it'll use more
Yeah.
going up the hills, but it's going to be less than having another truck on the road.
It's gonna be less overall. Yeah.
And like the wear and tear on the road and stuff like that. Because obviously you've got an additional 3 axles on another truck. And oh wait, does that work?
Well,
I don't know.
if
Oh no,
you-
might not actually.
If you're towing trailers like
It would be
that,
the
you're
same.
not going to have a 460, are you? You're going to want, a 6 something or a 700 and
Oh,
something.
easily a
ain't you?
600-700. Yeah.
But
Of
it's
course.
still cheaper and more environmentally friendly to have one of them on the road instead of 2 or
Yeah.
3 other trucks. You know,
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's only
100%.
gonna be
it
like
looks
driving
like
a wagon
Colina
drag.
and it looks like Colina and Tesco are really interested in it.
I can
That would
completely
make
bet they are.
sense,
Cleaner
yeah.
definitely would make sense.
I
But-
don't know how many times I've turned up to a Tesco store and there's 3 or 4 lorries ahead of me and they're from the same depot I've just left from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we'll talk to the drivers in the yard. Oh, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Portsmouth. Oh, so am I. Do you know what I mean? And there's 3 or 4 of us going down to Portsmouth, and it's all motorway, an A road, which is plenty big enough for this.
Yeah.
And you could have 1 driver going down there
Yeah.
instead of 3. Do you know what I mean?
David,
Yeah.
are B doubles like? I've not really seen it, but are B doubles big in America or not?
No, they're more bigger in Canada. Now they do exist. You just don't see them a lot. You wouldn't really see them. Maybe I'm going to say ever as for vans, as in dry vans or reefers. All right, a lot of times you'll see them for containers. I think maybe hold on.
Well-
that would make sense.
A lot of logging. I think is it logging or it'd be flatbeds? Yeah, it'd be flatbed ones. I think. But again,
Well,
they're just
my friend who's going to be coming on,
yeah. More.
he said he was doing a B double and it was actually a container.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's
I think
Yeah.
that's where I've seen him. But yeah, I haven't like a lot of I get this all the time for my people requesting certain combinations in my game. Can you do B doubles? Can you? Because people want to learn how to back up doubles, or they want to learn how to back up B doubles.
What game's that?
Oh, I can't remember.
I
Producer,
have it. I have it.
producer?
It's
No,
called
what's the name of the
It's
game?
called My Trucking Skills.
R. It could be called something else too in
My
England. maybe?
European trucking
Oh,
skills?
European Trucking Skills.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Wait,
There we go.
wait, you've got a European version of it, have you now? That's
I do. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. It's totally
Oh,
available.
we've
on,
never
on,
heard about that one.
iOS, Android, or
I have the
mytruckingskills.com.
European version. I'm terrible at it. I've got it.
I think I've just got the American version.
But no, but I do actually. But I keep saying no to them because of the combinations. There's too many pivot points, and I need to rewrite the entire game in order for her to add another trailer. So, and again, that's what we're doing. So,
Oh, all right.
Oh,
So
no.
B doubles coming
yeah,
very soon.
Actually, we can even do Australian truck trains as well. we can
Really?
That would
Outback Trucking. On
I've
the game.
played. I've played it with 15 trailers in the back.
outback
And
trucking.
And it's
Oh,
it's
wow.
actually quite funny, and those will be some of the levels that we'll end up having to do, but it's going to be fun.
Well,
Can
you
you
can
actually
select the amount of
reverse? Is that-
trailers.
No,
That'd
you
be
can't.
awesome.
You cannot.
You
Don't
could-
even. No.
Oh, you should do like a
there's no
snake level
reversing.
with the trailers. You just got to
Yeah.
keep getting food.
What do you do? Right. So in the outback, what happens
Right.
if you've missed your junction?
You don't miss your junction, dude. It's as simple as that. You don't.
You
'Cause-
don't fuck up.
It could be like 100 miles until there's a turning spot in the outback. Oh, can we talk about this thing in Australia?
What
Yeah.
thing?
Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll go to the quiz. By the way, there is a quiz going to be
Oh, there's a
happening
quiz.
soon.
Yeah. Oh, there is a quiz.
But yes,
Right.
okay, yes. Let's talk about this Australian thing with the. Yeah, Tom, go
I
ahead.
don't know about
Nessa, do you have any more information on this or not?
Are we talking about Steve Graham?
Who?
Steve
No.
Graham?
We're
No?
talking about the
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 plutonium. or whatever it is.
radioactive.
Oh, that.
the-
Oh, no.
Oh,
I've not done
that.
any research on that. Let's have a
That
look.
fell off the back of a truck.
That was hilarious.
It was
All right.
was 6 mil
Start from the
across.
start. start from the start.
Right.
So, because this more than likely people do not know about this.
This happened this week, was it, for us?
It
or last week for you guys. Basically, and I don't understand how this is possible, but they were taking this little piece of cesium, it might have been actually, but it's a very, very radioactive bit of metal, and they were transporting it to another mining facility. I think it's used for measuring something. Don't know what, but measuring something.
It was, yeah.
And this little 6 mil piece of very, very radioactive metal fell off the back of a truck in the middle of the outback, and it was like 1,400 k's. Like they said, the whole, and it fell off somewhere in that distance, and then they found it. They found it.
Yeah.
How? I don't. Honestly,
It's so radioactive that they just kept on getting the Geiger
Geiger
what's it?
counter.
Geiger
If
counter?
I remember
Yeah.
right, they did actually have to get out a gauge, didn't they, to read and look for it. So,
But how? How did it fall off the back of a truck? Surely, it must have been. I mean, this sounds like it's just been chucked in the back.
Yeah,
There you go.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Surely there'd be
secure
pallets
his
surrounding
load.
it and everything. Yeah, that's crazy.
So-
You would think it was in its own container,
it
like
was
a
being
lead container to
transported-
stop it.
Well, it's in a lead container now.
Okay. So this is what happened. Basically, when it was unpacked for inspection on the 25th of January, the gauge was found broken and apart, and the radioactive capsule was gone. One of the 4 mounting blocks and screws were missing. So I think it basically, what it was being held in had come loose along the way, and it popped out.
That's still.
Still not good.
Authorities
No.
said vibration during transit may have caused the bolts to become loose, allowing the capsule to fall out through the gaps in the casing and the truck. So,
All right, not much really. Okay, fair enough. I suppose other things in the news. Netflix, we're all going to have to. Anybody who you share your password with will no longer be able to watch Netflix as well.
There's actually
But
been an
that's
update
another-
on that
another
today
thing.
in the UK.
is it?
Really?
Okay.
Apparently, Netflix are backtracking on it because 60% of the users have deleted their accounts.
Really?
I'll be honest
Interesting.
with you, I did.
Did
yeah.
you?
You don't have
And
Netflix
you as
anymore.
well?
No, I've got rid of Netflix because of this change. The reason why is because a lot of the time when I'm watching Netflix, I'll watch it in my truck, and I'll watch it. Say, for instance, if you're watching it on your tablet and you're sharing your data from your phone,
Yeah.
it thinks you're at a new house. Now, you
Oh.
could get a pass for 7 days, but when you're tramping, you're out for, well, the whole year. Obviously, you're coming back, but you can't just request a 7-day every single week. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's absolutely, it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. I think they were gambling on people not...
Kind of sounds like
Not-
Elon Musk took over Netflix and he decided to do something stupid like that.
Doesn't it just? Doesn't it just? Oh my God. What are the... what
I
are
know
the
my
other topics, by the way?
my sister would lose Netflix, and so would my father, because I share my passwords with him.
God knows how people would lose
exactly.
mine.
I think a lot of people do. I mean,
And I understand that.
So wait, who said 60%?
It was on a Sky News report on Facebook earlier this morning.
So wait,
Wow.
actually 60% of people have left Netflix.
60% left Netflix, and they've decided they're going to backtrack and not go ahead with them plans.
Holy
That's
Netflix
a lot
were
of money
losing
to lose.
shit!
But they were
That's a
already losing a
lot.
ton of money. Like they were actually happy with only losing I don't even know what the number was, but there was a really big number that would put any business out of business, you know. But they were like, oh, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. They were expecting to lose billions, and they only lost $1 billion. Or
The
something
thing
in
is,
1 year.
though, in the UK, Netflix isn't like it is in the US.
Okay.
Thing is, in the US, and you can see this is why people always say, get a VPN to go and watch Netflix in another country. And this is why people always bang on about it. Because when you look at Netflix, for instance, like Grey's Anatomy's on there, and there's a lot of TV shows in the US that are on the Netflix. And you look at ours, and there's
not a
not
lot, is
really
there?
a whole hell of a lot. I mean, you've got the new, what was that one with Wednesday? There was that, which I
Still not
didn't
watched
watch.
No.
Was it on Netflix?
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Netflix.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
then there
watch that.
was. I'm trying to think. Actually, can you name a show that you've watched recently on Netflix?
Stranger Things. That was probably the last show I watched.
Blippi.
Blippy. Fucking Blippy. I'd like to punch that one in the face.
Blippi's
Yeah,
on
Blippi.
Netflix. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Oh,
Oh, I
fucking
can't
Blippy.
stand Blippi.
If you don't know what Blippy
That
is,
is
just
awful.
don't. You don't need to know. It
That
is
is
just.
awful.
Did he not shit on people?
He did, yeah.
What, in the child show? No, this is before.
I
wasn't
don't
on
believe it
YouTube.
was during a show. I think he just shit on people. That was just a
What,
thing
you're
that he
watching
did.
child?
You know,
Oh
the,
my
okay,
God.
you know the Harlem, the Harlem Shake that was going on. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know, okay, so basically he did his own version of that, where him and his friend were inside in the toilet, and they're just kind of doing a little bit
Go on, yeah.
of. They were doing a little dancing or something going on. You know, that first part of the Harlem Shake, and his pants was down during this, and you're like kind of and then all of a sudden when the bass dropped, whatever, right, he literally just took a shit right on his friend.
What?
Yeah.
Why is anyone laughing?
I knew that this. I'd heard jokes about this. I knew it was going to be something weird.
Oh my
I
god.
am
That's worse than your
absolutely-
Morrison story.
Yeah, I think his friend's ass was pointing up and his was pointing down, and all of a sudden, they blurred it out, so yeah.
Was
Oh,
it
well.
intentional or was it
As
accidental?
long as they
Yeah,
blurred
no.
it out.
Well, they blurred out the version that I saw, but but
So they
yeah,
intentionally did this. It was like, this is happening.
yeah, they did it. They edited it and everything, because you have to edit it to Harlem Shake and everything. You know what I mean? It's
Wow. That's
everyone
awful.
click on Blippi Harlem Shake. I'm guessing.
No, don't do that. Don't look up that. I mean, don't wrong. If you've just cancelled your Netflix, then
maybe.
and you've got nothing else to watch, then I guess why not go and have a look? But no, don't go and do that. That's a bad
That sounds
idea.
horrific. That sounds absolutely horrific.
Anyway, so yeah, Netflix. Okay, so apparently that's not the news is right now is that Netflix are canceling their cancellation of
Yes.
people.
Great
Okay,
way to
cool.
put
Honest
it,
with you,
actually.
the one that I've got now, and I absolutely love it,
The
is
one.
Paramount Plus.
All right.
Yeah,
I got
that is
kicked out.
good.
Not that.
I
I've
use
heard it's
Disney
alright.
Plus a lot as well.
Disney Plus.
I use
I'm all,
Disney
I'm
Plus
all about
Flex.
Disney Plus.
Mm.
It's good. It's good. Sometimes I'm kind of getting into my Disney stuff, but
Have you
the one that
not
I've been
watched
watching the most. There's
the new
so much on that Paramount Plus. There's
Oh, is
so
there?
much on it.
Have you watched New Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, I
on
saw that in the
Disney
movie
Plus?
theater.
It was
On
all
Disney
right.
Plus. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
It was
it.
all right.
Oh, it's quite
It was
happy with that.
fun. It was
it was
fun.
fine.
I
was
watched
fine.
it
But-
today.
It was all right.
I quite enjoyed it.
I didn't. Wasn't. It was no Violent Night, but
You and that violent night.
fucking love that film.
I'm going to watch
It's-
Wakanda Forever on Monday now.
and
Are you gonna
Violent
watch it on
Night.
Monday?
It's not Christmas, but
I'll
why
watch
not?
it Monday. I'm sleeping tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow night. So
Oh,
I'll watch it on
no.
Monday.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
One of the other topics that I wanted to kind of cover, and I feel bad because we've gone through everything, but nothing that Nessa has researched.
Oh, yeah.
nothing, nothing at all.
we
I wanna
aimed
talk about the facts.
and planned for something, but we've literally gone spiraling out.
It's just gone so
we
wrong.
actually
As long
planned
as
this
we do my
episode.
quiz.
Oh, we will do your quiz, don't worry. That's
yeah.
I think
Actually,
we'll do that
I don't
at the
know
back
if we
of the-
can. I don't know. We are running out of
You're
time.
getting fired, David. You're getting fired
Yeah,
so
and replaced.
heads up.
life just became more simple for me.
No,
I
you
will
still gotta
say
edit.
that this producer lays down the law. There's no
Oh,
getting
you do
out.
as you're told.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about the fact that the trucking population still seems to just kind of be. We're
Old?
getting old. We're getting old. It's so rare that you see younger drivers. I saw a young driver and I was kind of like, oh, it's a young driver, and I was like, there should be like age range, but we're still, and I feel like,
Give us some numbers, dude.
Well, I was more kind of meaning, I feel like there's a lot of people of our sort of age that's in it, but it's like there's a gap almost between that and the kind of the next step up.
Bless you.
Whoa,
Bless you, David. Bless you. Now you can't edit it out, you bastard.
That was David sneezing and farting at the same time, just in case.
I do believe, actually, he did fart as well. I heard that. Yeah, definitely.
Edit that out.
I don't know. Well, go on, Nessie. I'm guessing you've got some facts and figures. What have you got for us?
I have. It's slightly different from the USA to UK. So the average age of the drivers in the UK is 53, and 13% of those are over 60.
53?
That's the average.
53.
Average age is 53.
In the
Wow.
USA,
Goodness.
the average age is 48.
Wow.
I'm still considered a young driver at 43.
Honestly,
Cool.
does it not make you feel a bit good? Just a little bit. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In
Okay,
the
that's
UK,
just
13% of drivers are over 60 still.
13%.
Wow.
God
Yeah.
damn. I will say, I was thinking about this week.
20%
I
is
can't
16
imagine.
to 35.
What
Sorry, I'm just
is the
going in
retirement age now in the UK? Is it
67.
67?
We've
Yeah.
got ages yet.
67?
Yeah.
You
Tom,
actually
got
being
another
serious
30
right now
years
or
of this,
not?
boyo. I'm
Oh
serious,
my
yeah.
fucking God.
You got another 30 years.
67?
Mm.
Well, I'm not going to fucking make it to 67, am I?
Well, that's
Why
your
not?
fucking problem.
I'm going to die long before that.
Why would
Tom's
you die
going to
long
have
before
a
that?
Morrison's incident or an accident or something.
Someone's going to brake check him.
Honestly,
Yeah.
It'll kill him.
out of everything, I feel like it's likely I'm just going to get stabbed to death.
You're going
It's-
to...
it's-
Someone's
I'm
just going to say, don't do something. You're going to, go and jump off
Probably,
this
yeah.
cliff. That
But
makes
let's
total
be honest.
sense.
tipper drivers gonna be tipper drivers, and someone's gonna get annoyed at me at some We'll say
This
I did
is
one
true.
this week.
This is true.
It's bad. I'm not. I won't say it on this because it was bad. It was bad by even my standards. And I just thought after, I was like, if I don't get a complaint about this, I don't know. But I was at 14. I was like 14 and a half hours into my day. I was like 20 minutes from the yard. I was gunning it. It had been such. I had a hose blowout on me on Friday morning, and is it Peertech or Peertech, something like that?
Right.
Basically, they said there were going to be 60
They do the
minutes.
hydraulics, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at 12:30, they still bloody weren't there. And I was sat. The guy fixed it with came out, lovely guy, fixed it when he got there, but freaking hell, I had to wait. And then I was just on the back foot all day, and then there was a series of crashes along the bloody A50 M6, and I was watching Google ticking up more and more and more. I was like, I'm just gonna have to take A roads. And then I was at one point, I was going down this road, and then as I was going down, I probably shouldn't admit this, but as I was going down, this is not the bad bit.
Allegedly.
The bad bit I'm not even going to say. I might say it later, but as I was going down, I was 14 and a half hours in. I was getting tired. I was pushing myself. And I got on this road, and I caught a glimpse of a sign.
Oh,
And I was
no.
thinking, what did that sign say? I'm sure it had a
must
picture.
not have been important.
I'm sure it had a picture of a truck on it, and I start going down. I'm like, yeah, this is a residential street. I know what that sign said. That was a 7.5 ton weight limit, and I am very much down this. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. We're not turning around. I cannot turn around. I have not enough time to be finding another route out of this. We're just going for it.
Oh,
True
goodness.
tipper style. So I was just like, tipper style. Blinkers on. We're going for this one.
All right.
Oh yeah,
And-
but it's good news
How
is.
bad was it?
It's fine.
Anyways, what are the topics we have?
You're not avoiding the subject, are you?
Was it bad? How many
It
cars
wasn't-
did you take out?
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. Yeah.
But you made it
Oh
through.
yeah. Somehow.
Was there a lot of swearing
Roadkill.
and death threats?
Oh, people gave me some looks. Yeah,
Oh, I bet.
the people. I had them like them people on the street staring at me. I was like, oh, there's a truck down this road. That's absolutely disgraceful. I'm going to call that number on the
Just
side.
smile and wave.
But no one did, as far as I'm aware, anyways.
There you go.
You
Sorry,
were
boss,
driving
if
too
someone
fast for them to get the full number. That's why.
Yeah, it was just a flash.
I can tell you right now, I wasn't driving too fast. However, the amount of salt on the road and on the truck definitely helped me, I think.
Ooh, a disguise.
So I just read
What does it say on the side?
I've just
Go on.
googled statistics and things, and apparently 56.9
What, you've literally
male
Googled statistics. Just gone into Google statistics.
HGV
So-
statistics. It's what I googled for the hell of it. And men pass rate for HGV is 56.9, whereas the women are 64.8.
Oh yes,
Oh,
true fact.
yes.
True
Yeah.
fact.
We're kicking ass.
Honestly, I'm stunned it's that high for men.
What was that fact about? So, what percentage of women are truck drivers?
In the
currently right
UK,
Oh yeah.
in the UK, it's just gone up to 2% for women, 98% for men.
Can I just
when-
point out,
what
was
this is
that-
the reason people listen to this podcast, them hard-hitting stats. We've got
What
stats.
was it 20
and
years
stuff.
ago?
20 years ago
like
was 1% women.
Wow.
So it
Okay.
really hasn't gone
So-
up much at all. But in the USA, it's 9% for women.
Nice.
9%
Really?
of drivers are women, yeah. And
That's awesome.
91%.
And
is
what
men.
was it? What was it like? It's how many years ago?
That was
was it like-
2021 statistics.
Okay, what was it like 20 years ago? I feel like we need to know those numbers and like
I'll-
just kind of.
I'll have a quick look.
Have
Have
a
talk amongst
Google.
yourselves.
So it's still a weird thing, right? So we've had this we've got this one agency driver at our place that's constantly there, and they have from the agency site they have a few drivers come in and have like a little taster of the skips, you know, so they can get used to it if they ever have to come in and work for us or whatever. And this guy came in with our driver Terry that we have, and he sees one of the women and he goes, "Oh my god, you got women here!" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, this is like one of three." He's like, "You've got three women?" And yeah. And then like literally comes around the corner, there's my other mate Kat. There's another woman. And then I turn up with a child and another woman. And he's like, "Yeah, we've got two in the office as well that drive, but they're in the office." And he's like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" And it's crazy that for
What
me,
does the world come to?
well, for
I
me,
think-
it is the norm because there's so many women in our work.
Well-
there's three of us on the road constantly. That's that's pretty good going for us. It's
But
common.
if you look
but...
as well on tippers, there's also a lot of women
Yes.
on tippers.
yes, there
It's
is.
for what
And
I
in
don't.
skipyards as well.
But this is
Skippy,
my point. Skips, tippers, stuff like basically.
The mucky
Wait,
jobs
actually,
that the men
it's
can't
all
be
the
asked to
jobs
do.
Yeah.
no one else wants to do.
Yeah.
That's what it
We're
is.
like, we'll do it.
Skip
it's
driving
fine.
is great fun though.
Well, what are the
It
is
perks
fine.
of those two in particular? You're home every night, correct?
Yeah.
You can
Uh-huh.
take your kid with you.
All right. You don't have to like. I
Yeah.
know for you. I know for you, Chloe. You start like 4 hours after Tom does. Is that
Pretty much,
roughly around that?
mine's
You know what
quite
I mean? So that-
flexible. Yeah.
But Tom's
So-
kind of starts yesterday, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Now,
He starts that
the
early.
advantage of being a tipper is that you don't have to like drive into. You get to go to quarries and all that kind of stuff, correct? But you don't have to like deliver to supermarkets and wait 4 or 5
I
hours to
tell
get
you right,
unloaded, and you don't have what Tom loves to call them the sticky outy bits. In the,
Okay. Well, when
the sticky
just
outy bits
very
means
quickly,
go ahead.
when we're saying sticky out bits, we're not talking about boobs. We're talking about the on the trailer, the sticky out bits, the trailer. That's what we're
Right.
talking about. I just need
I
to
think we
clarify
all knew about
because
the trailer. You just made
no,
it worse.
but you said Tom doesn't like the sticky out bits. I just want to clarify
Right.
that we are talking about on the trailer. Sticky out bits I like, but on the trailer don't like. So just so we're clear.
Okay.
No one even questioned that until you brought it up.
Yeah, everyone's like, no, everyone's thinking about boobs right now. All right.
That's it. You've just made it. Yeah.
Talking of boobs.
What changes?
Don't talking about boobs.
Oh,
Everyone,
hello.
shut up. Go ahead.
I found some statistics over the years. So 10 years ago in the USA, it was 2% female truck drivers.
Was it really?
Wow.
That's
So
quite a
it's-
big incline.
it's gone
in
up
10
7%.
years.
No,
in
no
10 years.
wonder the trucking industry's going to shit.
Careful, careful.
Oh, you bastard!
David.
What? What?
It's like you've got this new spout of confidence now. There's two of us. It's like
Turns
boys
out
against
he's
girls.
a dick. Who knows?
That's in the USA. Okay, so yeah, it's going to shit in the USA, but not in the UK because everything has improved in the UK.
I will say.
Before we get away from way past this,
Don't
I'm
you
kidding.
backtrack now.
You
No,
just
I
don't
am
want
kidding.
bad
I
comments.
just-
That's all it is. You don't want to get attacked in the comment section.
Well,
Go on, go
the
for
only
him, go for him.
statistics I could find for the UK was 25 years ago. Couldn't find 10 or 20, and it's only
Okay.
gone up 1%.
Oh,
What?
wow. So that
Really?
incline in the last 10
25
years is
years
pretty
ago.
impressive then.
Yeah, 25 years ago,
Wow.
the ratio was 1% female truckers, and 2022, and it's only gone up to 2%.
Wow.
Well, so I find there's a lot of women in, like I say a tipping, and I think if you're a woman and you're on tippers, it is an advantage because
It is on skips.
I've seen it like my friend Zoe when she goes out when I go on site, I get in there and. The shovel driver's kind of like you can see him down the bottom end, and he'll eventually come out to you. Honest to God, I've never seen shovel drivers
Move so
travel
fast.
that. I didn't even know shovels could go that fast. Fucking thing was ramping stuff to get over. And then she was loaded, and he's like, "Oh, I'll do you in a minute. I need to go and do this," and he was gone again. I'm like. Oh, fuck you then, you bastard.
See, so I've been out, like, if you go out with another driver, I've done it with one of our drivers, had to come out with me for like half a day. We went to one of his normal jobs. He's like, I never get this help. All these people have just come out and started helping us. So I was like, do you not? This is like a regular thing for me wherever I go. He's like, I've never ever seen anyone on this site. They've all suddenly appeared. And I'm like, you just get on and don't notice it. And he's like, they're all looking at us. What are you on about? But yeah, it happens to me because I'll go to sites and I'll have like, you don't get many issues. You get the odd one that's a bit of a twat, but most of the time they're really good and helpful. And then you speak to another site, oh, the
They're
fuck
just
is really
happy to be
helpful
talking to
there.
a girl.
Yeah, and you'll be like, oh,
It's
they're
a
really,
girl.
really nice
It's a
there.
girl.
They are, and then someone else goes and they're like, "Oh, that dude's an asshole on that side." It's like he was lovely to me. It's bonus. Until you get the
There we go.
weirdos that turn around and say that you can grab something for them. That
Oh, I know.
yeah.
Yikes.
All right.
What's
So we are going to transition to the quiz.
Yes,
Okay,
let's
I
have
think
a
that's
quiz.
good
Okay.
plan.
All right.
Yeah.
wait, that was
okay.
it. That was the transition, was it?
Hold on. No, we're going to have some music. We're going to come up with some
Sneaky.
music, and the music is now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Here is the
Dun-dun.
quiz with Nessa.
Right, so this is the quiz. We are going to answer questions. There's
We're
10
gonna
of
try.
them. Apparently, they're not all trucking related, but they're trucking adjacent? Question mark?
Probably not even
There's
that.
one that's loosely based around trucking. But
Love it.
not
Oh, wait, there's
really.
one that's
Kind
loosely
of.
based. What are the rest of them
Yeah.
then?
So basically, it's a general knowledge, common sense quiz.
Oh
So-
no!
Right.
The
Well, let's be honest. Me and
questions-
Chloe are immediately disqualified from this. So,
Well,
We'll see.
all you need to do is listen carefully to the question because most of the
Is this a
time
show
the
me, tell
answer
me
is in
thing?
the question. Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
So-
thought about this? Jeez.
Yes, you can discuss the answers between you.
Okay.
If you know the answer straight away, just shout it out and you'll get a point.
Yay.
If you get the answer as a group, you'll all get a point. And I'll let you
Yay.
know what
How
the
do we
score
get it
is
as a
at the
group?
end.
Well, we all
Well,
come to a
that'll be because
discussion,
none of you
Yeah.
actually know the answer and you discuss the question between you.
and we actually somehow get it right.
Okay. If
Okay.
you need me to repeat the question, just let me know. If you want a
Yeah.
clue, let me know. If I can give you a clue
Okay.
without giving away the answer, I will.
Okay.
Question one.
Okay. Oh.
Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest
Oh my
mountain
God.
on Earth?
Mount Kilimanjaro? No. that wasn't
Pompeii?
it.
Is that a mountain?
was it not that K2 one?
Okay, nobody's getting a point.
Oh no!
I'll repeat the question. Before Mount Everest was discovered,
Oh,
what was
fuck
the
me.
highest mountain on Earth?
Oh, it
It
was
can't
Mount
be
Everest.
Mount Everest.
It's Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
It
Oh
still
my God.
existed. You just didn't know about it. It was still the
Yeah.
highest.
Oh,
point.
Okay, so
no.
they're trick
Yeah.
questions. Okay, I like this.
So
Common
this is some
sense.
bollocks. This is some bollocks right here.
I
Shut
think
up,
I got it.
Just because
I
you
got it.
didn't get it. I got it
I got it
second.
first?
I did get it. I did get it.
Chloe did get it on the second
Yes.
go. Chloe, I'm going to give you that.
Thank
And
you.
also, I think
Tom, in your face.
David got it as well.
right
Didn't you,
off.
David?
David
I
got
actually
it
said
before me.
I actually
David
got
said
it
it
before
before
her.
me. Yeah.
Fair
Might
play. You
copy
both get a
David.
point then.
Tom,
This,
Tom
this,
doesn't say anything.
this
It's your own
seems
fault.
wildly stacked against me now. Okay.
Well, that's
Right,
the first
go on.
question.
Question
Second
2.
question.
Go on in.
How can a person go 9 days without sleep?
They don't sleep for 9
How
days.
can a person go to sleep? How can a person go 9 days without sleep?
I don't know. A
Um,
lot of drugs.
A lot of coffee. Coffee.
I think
Drugs.
2 cups of coffee
Red
for
Bull.
Chloe.
amphetamines.
I'm awake.
Amphetamines will do it.
They get knocked out. Someone knocks them out, and they're not even going to sleep. They're just knocked out.
No.
Actually, if they're in a coma, that's true.
Yeah.
If they're in a coma, they could go 9 days without sleep.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Actually,
they're
no,
sleeping for 9 days.
no. I figured it out. Kill the person. Stab them to death.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Did I actually get it?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you didn't, apparently.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, one
Let's
more
go to
time.
second
Can I just
question.
point out?
Go on.
Because she's one more. No. What was the question again exactly? Just want to make sure I didn't miss any
How
word.
can a person go 9 days without sleep?
Doesn't state that they have to be alive. Can I just point out?
He does make a good point there.
How
now,
can a
I-
living
I'm
person
just saying-
full of health with no
Fuck
medical
right off.
issues
You're now
go 9 days without
changing.
sleep?
Coffee.
I feel like the
Water.
goalposts have been
No.
moved here.
Turn the lights off and pretend to not be asleep, but you're asleep.
No.
Oh.
Would you like the answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
They
It's
sleep
gonna be
at
really
night.
obvious.
Wait, what?
Oh
sleep
no!
Oh my god.
You've royally done us over.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
You're
Well,
gonna
a
next
person
come up
goes
with
9
what you put in a
days without
toaster.
sleep. Not 9
Bastard.
nights.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Look at David rolling.
Can I just point
Oh.
out my
That's a great
my stabbing
question.
a person to death was a lot better.
That's a bit
Question 3.
It's,
Okay.
oh, wait, hold on. No, not question 3. Yeah. Okay, how many hours in a night? No, how many hours in a day? That's what it is. I'm sorry. No, that's. Oh.
It's
Okay.
kind of a trick question, but I
Yeah.
got them off the interweb, so it's not my fault, okay?
Your fault for choosing them. I'm sure you,
You
had a
should-
list.
You
that was
should
100
get this
long.
next one, because it's a piece of piss.
Literally.
Okay.
I think that was a hint right there.
I reckon so.
How many months of the year have 28 days?
All of them.
One.
Well done, David.
Oh, yeah, all of
Fuck.
them. You bastards. That's a trick question.
Well done. They've all got 28 days. It's just some
They
have got more than
have.
28. Well done, David. You are on.
This is
Well,
some
obviously,
bullshit
cheating.
right here.
obviously, that's kind of like cheating because I knew the answer. That's actually quite a common question for trick questions.
Yeah,
I've
Like-
never heard that one before.
Oh, really?
I've never heard that one.
Oh, shite. Okay, I might
Go
have an
on then,
advantage
go
with all the
on.
TikTok videos I've watched. Okay.
Question 4. How many times can you subtract 5 from 40?
What?
That
Wait.
should be instant answer.
Once.
Subtract 5 from 40.
How
Is it
many
a trick
times can you...
question?
Kind of.
I'm going to say once.
8 times.
Quiz.
Chloe, subtract 5 from
7.
40. Subtract 5 from 40. What are you left with?
35.
Once.
One.
Because then it's not
35.
40.
Because it's no longer 40.
Oh, I was
Can I-
counting.
David gets that point.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I like that you didn't say. Okay, I like that you didn't actually say it was correct right away. Okay, good. I was like, okay, what's I got
I
wrong?
wanted them
Fuck.
to think about it.
Let us sit here and like.
We've got to digest this a little bit, haven't we?
Tom looks like he needs to, scalp himself a bit naturally.
Do I
scratch
get at
his
least
real
get a
brain.
point? I did get it eventually.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
you didn't.
Eventually,
Right,
after I already gave the answer.
No, because this is fucking bollocks. Because before, Chloe, when you led her into the answer, and David both got a point, whereas now I'm on 0 points.
How about
I want a
I
fucking
give you
point.
half? I'll give you a half.
Fuck right off. Take half a point off Chloe and David then.
Okay. No, David got it straight away.
Not this one, but the first question.
I got it first. I was the first to get it, and Chloe.
This is some bullshit.
I don't think.
This
Actually,
is,
I don't
this
think.
is-
I don't think Chloe heard me say the answer, but she happened
I
to say the
didn't
answer.
know.
Because...
I didn't,
Yeah.
and I got helped along the way, and I figured it out. Thank you.
Well,
In your
I
face,
heard
Tom.
you say once, but I didn't. I was just thought you were just making something up. I didn't think.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
look so
all right.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay,
know
the
the
next
answer.
question is the only one that's got truck driver in it.
Yay.
Listen carefully to the question.
This is not one of those ones where
that's
a
your
truck
hint.
driver passes another truck at 50
Tom,
miles
you should
an
be
hour.
good at these.
No.
You
What
figured
point
it
do they
out, all right?
slap
You
dicks?
learned at
A
Travis
truck driver
Perkins.
goes the wrong way down a one-way street past a police
Oh, well,
officer.
he's stupid.
Why doesn't he get pulled over?
One more time.
A truck driver goes down a one-way street the wrong way past a police officer. Why doesn't he get pulled over?
Because
policeman going the wrong way.
it needs to access a site, and
Nope.
the only way of getting
was
down there
dark.
is to go halfway
Turn his
down
lights
that
off.
one-way
He has got a
Was he
permit.
reversing? Was he reversing? Was time
No.
going backwards? So he's actually going forward, but it was going backwards.
No.
Oh.
And he passed a police officer. And the question
Oh.
is, why did he
truck
not-
driver
I've just
goes the
figured
wrong
it
way.
out.
All right,
I've
I've
This
just
is
figured
your
it out.
chance- this is your
I've
chance
got a
for 1
point. I've got a point.
Come on then.
Ah.
What is? What is it?
He's not in a fucking truck.
Oh,
what's he
he's
doing
just
then?
a truck driver.
He's just a
walking
truck
past
driver
him.
walking.
He's walking. Yes, Tom. He's got a point.
Yeah, well done, Tom.
Oh,
Well
you clever
done.
little sausage.
That's actually
It's-
a good question.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
a
actually
very
quite a good
one.
one,
What's
yeah.
a good one?
A truck driver.
Okay.
That was
Next question.
Go on in.
How many apples
Can I
you
just
put-
point out, I got a point. I just want to say, I
You
got a
have.
point. I
You
figured
have.
it out.
Well done, Tom. We're so proud of you.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself right now.
Get a medal at the end of
I'm
this.
so proud.
I like that
So
one.
proud. It's my
Okay.
most proud moment.
How many apples can you put into an empty basket?
What? How big's the basket?
A dozen.
No, hold on, this is not. There's no number to this question. There's no number to the answer. Whatever. It's how many?
How many
Apples.
apples
As
can you
many
put
as you can
into an
fit.
empty basket?
How
How
long's
many
a
you
piece
can
of string?
carry?
I'm going to say none. I'm just going to say none because I can't imagine any other answer but that. Even though I don't know how I got that number, I'm just going to say none.
Sorry.
Okay.
10, 12.
No.
Right,
Think logically.
read it again. Read it again.
Okay. How many apples can you put into an empty basket? You've just been to the grocery
One.
store. Yes, Tom has it.
Oh, bollocks.
Once
Because
you put one in,
once
it's
you
not
put
empty
one
anymore.
in, it's no longer empty.
Exactly.
Oh.
What if you
Fucking
put
little shits.
What if you put two at the same time? in?
points.
You
Two.
know what I'm saying? You can
But
put.
then-
Yeah.
There's
A
two
bag?
for the first time.
So it could be two.
Look, Tom. Do you know you're actually beating Chloe?
How many?
How many
What's David on?
What am I on?
David is on 3, Chloe's on 1, Tom is on 2.5.
I've got one.
Oh yeah.
Chloe, you need to
Come on.
win. You need to win, Chloe. Come
Oh,
on.
it doesn't look great at the moment. I'm not gonna
I'll text
lie.
you the answers. Don't worry. I won't. Okay, next question.
What is
Yes.
this question? Number 8?
7.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know if I
7.
can win.
Okay, a rooster lays an egg on the roof of a barn. Which way does the egg roll?
Like, roosters don't lay eggs.
I,
They don't lay eggs. No,
okay,
they
you
don't.
beat me
They're
to it. You
boys.
beat me to it.
Oh,
Alright,
you
you beat
were
me to
too
it.
quick then.
I stuttered.
Do you know what I've noticed? Do you know what I've noticed? It's every man for himself. There's no discussion. You
There's
all
no-
Why
want
don't we
to
discuss
win.
it?
Well, now I'm starting to get the logic of the questions. They all follow a pattern
It's
of
gonna
like
leave you
something's
wanting
wrong with the
more.
question. What's
It's
wrong with
gonna
the
leave
question?
you wanting more, isn't it, Tom?
Oh,
I can
let's
find
do
more
this.
questions if necessary. Okay.
Okay, go on.
Is it illegal for a person living in the United Kingdom to be buried in the United States?
No. Because he's living. Why would he be
Yeah,
if he's living he wouldn't be dead in a grave.
Listen to the question again.
Okay.
Is it illegal for a person living in the UK to be buried in the US?
Yes, it is
He's an illegal immigrant.
because he's alive and he shouldn't be buried.
Didn't I just say that?
No, you said no.
You
It's
said-
the
I said, is it illegal?
and you said no, it's not
no.
illegal, but it is
Oh, sorry.
illegal because he's alive.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's what I meant to say.
But he'd be buried alive.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you got the answer
technically,
right.
I will just say,
I'm going to give
like,
you a half,
it won't be
David.
long until he's dead.
I'm out. I'm lost. Right, go on. I'll try.
What was
and
your
bring this
answer,
back.
Chloe?
I did come up when he was dead eventually. After everyone else said it.
He's got,
Me and David getting
Wow.
hyper competitive now.
Tom, you're on 4.5.
I'm on 3.5.
David, you're on 3.5.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Oh,
in
you're
this
on
last
1.5.
one. Wait. Do we have a
Yay!
tiebreaker question?
I can give you a tiebreaker question for certain.
But we have 2 more questions left, don't we?
You have 2 left.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right. Two. Oh shit! If this goes down to the wire, this is going to be
Bring
fucking
it on.
thrilling.
This next one is my favourite ever question. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What is the only number that becomes... What is the only odd number that becomes even when you take one letter away?
Wait,
7.
what?
11. Did I get it? I did it, didn't I?
I got it.
Yep.
Wait,
It's
what?
7. Take
No,
one
it's
letter away from
11.
7. Think of the numbers being written out in words and not the
Even,
number
yeah.
itself.
That's why I went for 11.
Take the
Spell
S away.
7.
Even. God damn
Tom's
it. I got
face.
excited.
Although I will say this couldn't be any better as far as like edge of the. Can David? Can we get some like for this next question? Do you know like the music from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Can we get that like playing? Like that?
Okay,
Right.
fine.
You are literally tying at the moment, so if you both get the next answer, then I've got to ask a tie-break question. Okay.
I'm genuinely nervous.
Tension
I'm
is
genuinely nervous.
Are you ready? You should get this.
This would be a perfect time to do a commercial break.
Right, good commercials. Okay. In fact, if there's not an ad break at this point,
We need to get people back because this is a tie-break question. Well, this was a tie-break question.
I can't do ads till we get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please subscribe so we can put ads in
we can,
appropriate
but we
places.
can on the podcast site, so it's fine.
Yeah, we can.
Right.
Sorry. Okay.
What
What
did
the
you
hell?
do?
What the hell?
Have you noticed how dark it's gone?
Oh, your light
Okay.
fell over.
Yeah, it fell over because the kitten is playing with it.
Gotcha. It happens.
There's a ghost in the house.
We'll have to do this last one in the dark. Okay, the last question. You're in a dark room with a candle, a lamp, and a gas stove. Which do you light first if you've only got one match?
The match.
David wins. David wins.
Well played, David.
Fuck.
That was quick.
Well played.
Coming from
David, you
David, that
scored
was like,
5.5.
I'm like seconds
Fantastic.
behind. Don't be shouting out the answers. You shout straight in there.
Yeah, David gets 5.5. Tom gets 4.5. And Chloe gets 1.5.
Yeah.
Tom, would you have gotten it if I didn't say anything?
I'm so proud.
It'd have taken me a few seconds more to get it. I would have got there, but you were fucking.
What a
you were
shame.
on
There's
that,
only a
mate.
medal for the loser. Unlucky.
Wait, can we afford medals?
I've printed one out. I will print one out.
And that
right.
was your common sense quiz.
Thank you.
Hey,
Common
I
sense.
like
Genuinely,
it.
I actually really like that.
Oh, we'll be
How
bringing
many-
that one again.
Did you test those questions on anybody else?
I tested them on my son, my 21-year-old.
And
How
how,
many
did,
did
how
you
well
get?
did he do?
Just point out we do not endorse
Oh,
child
loads.
testing here.
He
He's
got
21
loads
years
right.
old.
He's 20. He got loads
Okay,
right. I mean,
fucking then test what you
Oh,
want.
he got
What-
those right. Okay.
What did he
them
get?
all
What did
right?
he get? What did he get?
Oh, she's avoiding the question.
Oh,
mind.
did I
0.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, 0. Okay.
yeah, he didn't get any of them.
I
All right.
They're hard. They're hard.
Can I just point out? I very nearly shouted. Nessa was drinking a cup of coffee, and I very nearly shouted out, "Swallow, Nessa, swallow!" And then realised what I was about to shout out. I was like, "Oh wait, maybe don't do that."
Not appropriate.
No, because I would have spat across the screen.
Well, now we've learned. Okay, no, we can't. No,
She doesn't
fuck.
swallow.
Tom, no, don't make
I
that
went
joke.
there. Don't worry, I went there.
Keep it
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
This is supposed
I
to
like,
be family oh no, it's not.
I like this quiz. We need to do this more often. All right. Could we? Obviously, this is the kind of stuff that we chat after the podcast and everything, right? But let's go ahead and have a little chat now. Like if we have it like at least once a month, presuming that we're going to have a
Just
producer
point out,
in a month.
David did basically on Thor, the first Thor film, where he has the coffin. He goes, "I like this more," and throws it. That's basically what he just did.
Quizzes are fun, especially when I win. Do I get a
Oh my
prize?
god!
How about
you get
my prize is
well
that
done.
you have to edit it. You have to edit this podcast.
I do love, David, how partway at the beginning of it, me and you were just like, yeah, well, come on, let's take it. By the end of it, there was definitely me and you started getting fucking competitive. I was getting close to the microphone.
Just in case the speed of sound wasn't quick enough, so I might as well eliminate that.
Would you like to know what a tiebreaker question was going to be?
Yes, we do.
Go on.
Okay. Okay. A guy threw a ball. It went 25 meters
Genuinely,
away from
for a
him.
second, I thought you'd stopped.
No.
I thought it was just a guy threw a ball. I was like,
No.
all right.
Okay,
A guy threw a ball and it went 25 meters away from him. It turned around and came straight back. Which way did
He's
he
throwing
throw
it for his dog.
Uphill.
Wait,
towards his
I'm
dog.
sorry. Wait, what was the question again?
A guy threw a ball 25 meters away from himself. It turned around and came straight back. Which
What the
Straight
hell?
in the air. It's come back down. He threw it.
Straight up.
It's just thrown it directly up in the
Yeah.
air. I
But-
potentially
Tom,
could have won this. if
Martin,
we'd
won
done
that,
whoa. Hang on, what was wrong with my answer? He threw up a hill. It's going to roll back.
Technically, they
Kinda.
both could have worked, but
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I was on
Well,
the same
Tom,
thought
I'm sorry
process.
at that point. That answer doesn't mean shit. You still didn't win.
David still won.
you fucker.
On that
Right.
note,
On that note, we will be bringing this back, I think. And
I think so.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
a lot of
I
fun.
think
I
we
genuinely
have-
enjoyed that.
dragged it out long enough for people, do you not think?
Oh yeah,
Let's go
yeah.
another
Yeah.
20 minutes. Come on.
Right. Let's do the outro.
Next question.
We don't have any points.
So hold on. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Tom had this rehearsed. He said it before. And like, okay, this is our 100th episode. All right. I know I haven't been on 100 episodes, nor has Chloe. Tom's only been like 98 episodes, 97 episodes. But
97, yeah.
this is your chance to say thank you, Tom, to
Come
your
on.
listeners. Like
I've
you
got
said
the
you were
tissues
going
You
to.
realise David's going to cut you straight out of this.
I mean,
You're going to open your mouth and it's going to go, da-da, that's it.
I kind of said this at the B on the last episode, but
I might have ruined it.
it's genuinely been a privilege doing this 100 episodes. I've got to because of the people listening. I've got to make this podcast with my friends, and it's been fucking great.
Made many of friends along it as well, haven't we?
Haven't we just?
Yeah.
This podcast was a weird accident. It was never. It was kind of never supposed to be, and when me and Chris originally created this podcast, we never expected it to go anywhere like this, where we're on our 100th episode. It's been amazing, and I look forward to another 100 more with my friends. And all I can say,
100 more? I don't know if I can commit to that. But
That's another 2 years' work.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a lot.
That's how long it's been.
okay.
2 years.
Blimey.
all I can say is thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't listened, how is it you got this far? So we shall see you next time.
take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very well done,
I
Tom.
was quite pleased with that one.
That
I
was
realised
bloody great.
I realised I had it set up, and I was like, "Oh, I've got it!
I
I've got
was
it!"
wondering. I was like, okay, is he going to say it? I think he's going to say it.
I thought it was well.
Bloody great.
Oh.